What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time joining us, welcome. And if it's not your first time, thank you for coming back. I'm so excited to have you guys here again. So I'm bringing you guys a story time mukbang style. I really struggled trying to figure out what story to tell you guys. Because I feel like I have so many stories. Like, I was a very rebellious child. Like, I was a very rebellious child. Stage, sangbamba, and I think the langa shame. So I have quite a lot of stories, but I finally narrowed it down or finally figured it out on what to tell you guys. So I'm going to be telling you guys about the first and only time that I snuck out of the house. I said by trying the nuggets, I said like. So I had just gotten back from my friend's house. I was at my friend's house the previous night and I slept over at my friend's house. So I get back home. I think it was around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I get back home and my brother's there, my cousin's there, and it's just a normal Saturday. And I get a phone call now. I get a phone call from my man's at the time now. Get a phone call from him, Auntie, let's go. I'm like, let's go where? You know, what do you mean let's go? I'm so confused. I said, no, let's go hang out with my friends. It's been a long time since we've hung out together. So I say, yes, I know that it's been a long time since we've hung out together, but you could have told me this yesterday. You could have said yesterday, Guti, I want us to hang out today, so that I could have at least said to my dad, like, no, I'm not coming back today. I'm coming back the next day so that I can hang out with you with no problems. But you're going to tell me today that you want to see me. How does that make sense? You know? Fine. But because at that time, like, stage stage, and I believed in Indota. I believed in Indota. So I say, you know what, it's okay, like, I'll make a plan, I'll see what I do. So then I talked to my cousin. He's just a few years younger than me, so like he was in the things, like, basically. I talked to him and I say, look, I want to leave. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but what are we going to do? So we deliberate now, we come up with a plan. How are we going to go about this? Like, how am I going to leave? Because I want to leave. Mind you, like we have an alarm system. And the siren thing makes that sound when the door opens. So there's no like sneaking out through the door and then coming back into the door silently or whatever. None of that. So we had to figure out a proper plan, like a solid plan. And it's as if God opened the gates for me. My dad said, okay, I'm coming back. I'm going to hang out with my friends. It's as if God was saying, Tanam, Hamp, leave, go, you know. So I said to my cousin, you know what, it's fine, since Dad's not here, like, I'll just go and then I'll come back at like 10 o'clock, yeah, bro. Come back at 10 o'clock, I'll knock by a window and you'll open for me. Like, if he's here, you won't open for me, but if he's not here, then you'll open for me. So we have chickens, like, so the plan was, if Dad is back by the time that I knock at the window, like, you're not going to open for me, you're just gonna let me sleep outside, and then you're gonna wake up early in the morning before Dad wakes up, and then so that she can open the door and I can quickly come back inside. You know, that was the plan. It was a perfect plan, solid plan. And if Dad isn't there, obviously, these chickens. And if Dad isn't back, then obviously I can just come back in. That was the plan. So I get dressed, I put on my little 30 outfit, like, and I was 16 at the time, and I just got in my belly ring. So I put on my outfit, crop top, nah. I thought I was the ish, like, I really thought I was the shit. So I put on my outfit, I put pillows in my bed, I put pillows in my bed. To make it look, the things from the movies, to make it look like someone's sleeping. Zimboza, and I took a sock and a stuffed tissue in it and I pinned it to the edge of the bed so it looks like my foot is hanging. Everything was set. I switched off my lights and I told Maz, I said, okay, come pick me up. I leave. When I get there, I'm a condo. I'm a condo, guys. Like, those big cars. When I get there, I'm a condo out too, and they are packed. They are on overload. Both of them are on overload. Like abantu babegolele, literally. So I say, right, so this is gonna be like a party, like Sizo Roka, you know, Sizo Roka. That's when I was like, sharp, shooty. This is gonna be a real party. Okay, we go to town. I don't know who we were fetching in town, but we go to town and we fetch whoever, and then do me moti ham. So I was aware that we're going to my boyfriend's friend's place. So he had been motor and I'm like, Keshap, now we're going to the place. Ziash. Well, young any motor freeway. And I can see what's okay, Shutila, we're going to Durban. And I was aware that we're staying in PMB. So now I'm stressed because I'm like, well, damn, like, why would this man put me in this situation? Why would this guy put me in this situation when he knows that I need to be back home by 10 if I even think that I'm going to get away with this? And I'm looking at the time now. It was I think around 8:30. I'm looking at the time and like it's 8:30. So I'm getting freeway and I can see that in the it's a green. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to cause a scene because I was sitting at the back and I didn't want to like cause a scene. I didn't want to be that girl that's like causing drama, what. And I couldn't really talk to him because he was in front and I was in the back, and the conversation would have needed me to talk loud. There was music, there's lots of people talking, so it would have needed me to talk extremely loud in order for him to hear me. So I didn't want to be that girl. I didn't want to be that girl with the drama. So I just kept quiet. I said, you know what? Ngizotula. But when we get to Durban, so we get to Durban. When we get to Durban, Sambesi a beach. So I say, okay, I wonder what's the plan. Sambesi a beach. And now we're driving around in circles. And at that point, I'm just like, these gents don't have a plan. Like I'm genuinely thinking to myself, it was okay, sharp, these gents don't have a plan because we're driving around in circles at South Beach, which means abana plan. So then we end up parking by those stalls. You know those stalls where people sell things. People sell those towels and costumes and and traditional things at beach. We park underneath there. Obviously it was empty because it's Ipsuk. Look at the time, it's 9:30. We're in Durban, we're parked by the beach. So I say, there's no possible way, even if it's Suga Manj, there's no way that I'm going to make it home by 10 o'clock. Which means the chances are I'm going to make it home after my dad. That was already killing me already. Like, stress was already having me. So I say, everyone was drinking at this point. Everyone was drinking, everyone was having fun. So I say, this is my opportunity. I say, when was that? I say, what the hell? Like, why are you doing this to me? Why when you know and now you're putting me in this situation. Now I have to be the girl that says let's go home. You're putting me in a very awkward position, and I get camp and the motor, excuse, and the motor and get pindele my respect just to drop me off. You're putting me in a very awkward situation. You're putting me in a very uncomfortable situation. So I say, you know what? It's fine as long as I'm home by 6 o'clock, so that I can at least get out while my cousin is feeding the chickens. Then that's okay. I'm just gonna have fun. Like I want to get in. If I do get in trouble, I want to get in trouble and say, okay, at least I had fun, even though I got in trouble. So I let loose and better. I have fun. Music was playing on the speakers in the car. Everything was fun, bro. It was fun. It's alcohol. Everyone was having fun. And then everyone was drunk. So then we take the party and we move to some dodgy ass club. Yo, that club was so dodgy, bro. Like, it was so dodgy. Like, but fine, because we were all like push drunk, no one really cared. I remember stepping out the club and I remember getting in the car. When I got in the car, I told myself, because you know what, Wenzele, you're too drunk, just sleep. After this, I knew that we're probably going to head back to PMB because There's nothing left for us now. The car is finished, club is closed. So I thought we're going home. So I get in the car and I sleep. When I wake up, mangvuka, I'm waking up to the sound of waves crashing. Sisasethekwini, sisebeach, kumnandi abantu bayabhukuda. Looking at the time, it's 7:30. I'm supposed to be home by 6. Indlu siyasuka manje, ngizofika 8:30 ekhaya. Now I'm begging everyone, good guys, asambeni, asihambeni. People weren't like, babengayimisela abantu ngokuhamba that day. To be quite honest, I don't think abantu babeyimisela ngokuhamba because I was begging and begging and begging and no one was listening to me. Until finally at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 lab, people decided it's okay, no guys, let's go. We go. When we go, the first car went ahead of us, but we had girls that needed to be dropped off in town, so like we had to take a different route. So fine, we take the different route now, and see her drop the girls off. As we're crossing the robots, Asmise, I'm a metro. Asmise, I'm a metro. You see, when you're just like, this day just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and I don't know, hey. Already I'm stressed by the fact that I'm still in Durban. It's this time, I'm stressed by that. I'm stressed because I'm thinking, what if my dad went inside my room as Fusa? So then we're all looking for imali manje so that we can buy the metros, eat, drink. We're all looking for imali. Imali is in the other car. Imali igcine ishiwe in the other car because kuhanjwe with the other car ebusuku sekuyotengwa ukudla. So imali is with the driver of the other car. Yeah, when we call them, where you guys? We need you guys to bail us out. Where? They're already on the freeway. I cooked Jiga lab, and now we're stranded. So I start patting Amapagete Army because our driver's drunk. Like, you don't even need to fucking breathalyzer. And I check my pockets and I only have 70 rand. Someone checks their pockets and they only have like 100 rand. So altogether we have 170. Now if you know how much a drink costs, you know that that's nothing. Athi nje ubaphoyisa ngidlala ngami. I ngidlala ngami 170. Ngidlala ngami. And he's like, ngiyakuthatha driver sami. Ngiyakuthatha driver. Na le moto ngizoyishiya la. Le moto ama lights. Yo, he starts pointing a million problems that are wrong with the car. Athi nje kwale moto ayilungele ukuthi bese emgaqeni yasala nayo. Yo, never been so stressed in my life because I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, is this really happening? What's in J? I don't know if he was telling the truth or not, but he was like, Nani, that are in the car, you guys are driving, knowing very well that your driver's drunk. No, I'm taking all of you guys. I don't know if you're telling the truth. I don't know if it's really illegal to do that. I don't know. Please let me know down in the comments if it's really illegal or why has. But he's like, so I'm thinking to myself, it's not enough that I snuck out. It's not enough that I'm in Durban. It's not enough that I'm puss drunk. Yo! I wanted to die. I wanted to die at that moment. Yo, bro. Started crying. We all started begging dogs. Please just take this 170. So figure last year yo, we begged and we begged and we begged and we begged. And I think he finally got irritated because how and he said, you know what? When you guys are lucky that I'm feeling nice today. Hamban. Yo! Now everyone is happy because we're going home. We got out of a very sticky situation. Since this is again with freeway. Likhanye lamp. Yo! Likhanye lamp. The lamp kinds. And I'm like, there's no effing way. The little bit of money that we had all together. We have no money. So when's it done? And everyone just decided, you know what, bro? I swear imoto yahamba ngo-0.5 ukuze ezosave petrol at least mhlambe sizokwazi ukufika somewhere, at least sizokwazi ukufika mhlambe e-Ultra City, and maybe they can send us an e-wallet, but we were just like, just drive as slow as you possibly can, and so on. And at that point I just said, Father God, I'm leaving it all in your hands. Throw it to God. I said, I'm leaving it in your hands, God. You know, like, you know what must happen. You know what I mean? When I get ozongi sindisa nkulunkulu, when uzonza ukuthi ngikankini mina ngiyalala ngidakiwe, at least kumele ngifike ekhaya at least just a bit sober. So I said, God, I'm leaving it in your hands. It's up to you. Like, you're the one that's gonna save me. At this point, I'm sleeping. I keep opening my eyes and I can see that we're still moving. Like I keep falling asleep and then I wake up and then I look at the road and I see that we're still moving. And then when I finally got up, I saw and then we asked the other guys to meet us at the garage so that they can give us money for petrol because I was stressing. Fine, we're approaching the gate now to my house. Yo, in nerves, I was weak in the knees. I'm shaking. I'm so scared. Moment of truth. Gizo baka. Look at the time. It's 10:30. 10:30. You pull my happy. I'm going to be trapped. My dad has never hit me, but I said about that day, so fine, we get to my gate and I walk in. Or they say they're gonna wait for me outside just in case I get close so that I can just go back with them and then rock. So I get to the gate, gate, and I walk up the driveway. Man gets in ayikho imoto, which means that my dad is not there. And then I get to the door, I open the door, the door's open. When I walk in the house, there's no one in the house. So now stress is having me still. Like, even though there's no one, stress is still having me because I'm like, yo, I don't know what anyone's thinking. Like, I can't even ask my cousin who could say, you know what I mean? So stress is still having me. But then I go outside and I tell everyone else, okay, you guys can go. I'll just come inside. So I get inside, I never cook early. Because I'm like, at least if I'm in trouble, like, I must be in trouble, so that my mindset was just clean and everything must be okay and everything must be grand in the house. I think I waited for like 2.5 hours until they finally came. When they came, I went straight to my room and my cousin came and he opened the door like this and he checked if I was there, and I was there, and I'm like, am I in trouble? What's happening? And he says, no one asked me where you were. Yo, I was so happy. Okay, I was so happy, like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I snuck out, went to Durban, got puss drunk, almost got arrested, and still got away with it. I said, God is good. If you did like my story, guys, please give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below if you've ever been in a sticky situation like that. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And thank you. See you next time. Bye.